Hello, Scrap Kingdom here. Welcome to my crazy little world of garbage. An old battery which is leaking, and isn't this lovely? I guess I have mice in my car. That's a shocking development if you keep a bunch of trash in there, right? Careful, Kingdom, they're going to eat the wiring. Yeah. I guess maybe if they run out of food. So anyway, I watched a couple of YouTube videos on changing the heater core on these things, and the claim was 5.5mm screws, and yeah. Wrong. Absolutely, totally wrong. Maybe their Chevy truck had that size, but apparently this one doesn't. What size is this thing here? Oh, it's not even that, whatever size that is. Kingdom, it should say. Yeah, it's worn off. So, it's not a 6mm. It's definitely not a 5.5. I thought I took a... Yeah, this is all I found yesterday. Oh, I know, I have those clay sinks. Why do I have the clay sinks? Because I don't want to break the clay sinks in front of somebody's house. That's why. If you find those, you can't just bust those in front of somebody's house. Well, I just turned this around too. I got a leak. I've got an oil leak. And apparently there's a small leak from a brake caliper too. Chevys are kind of like our Harley Davidsons. They like to mark their spot like a dog. It's like they like to show, like, hey, you know, hey, I've been here, okay? I don't like the cold. Alright, what do I have in this mess here? Kingdom, none of them are organized. No kidding. What a shocker there. Look at that. So, I watched a YouTube video, and I figured, hey, I'll get organized, I'll get the correct pieces and stuff. And, nope. So, wrong! And now, well, I guess I got that. I'll try using this somewhat decrepit tool here. Just garbage that I found over the years, scrapping and stuff. Hey, but if it works, right, why not use it? Yeah, so go check out some of those YouTube videos on this vintage of a Chevy GMC truck, and all of them will say 5.5mm, which this isn't. This is a 9/32. Kingdom, maybe somebody like you was there before, and that could be. Could be that was replaced before, because that looks like a crack. that wouldn't be there from just normal wear and tear and age. It'd probably be there from I'm not good with tools. Kingdom, do you have arthritis? No. I've got cold hands. And I'm uncoordinated as all hell. You've got excuses. Yeah, I got those too. I do have some excuses, yes, correct. When I'm doing this kind of work, I start dreaming about, oh, how wonderful it would be to have like a power tool. Yeah, my hands, they're kind of shaky and stuff, they've always been. So it's like, I couldn't be a watchmaker, that's for sure. A watch is such an obsolete thing, isn't it? You still see them advertised. You used to be able to get those really cheap, they were made in Hong Kong. I don't see anything made in Hong Kong or Taiwan anymore, but back in the day, like about 25 years ago, 30 years ago, you used to be able to get those cheap made in Hong Kong or Taiwan watches for like $1. Now you can get a cheap Chinese watch with even less quality for about $14. My claim is the government and the bankers have been making trillions of dollars off of cheap Chinese-made stuff. And Trump wants to put all those tariffs in there and step on the garden hose, so to speak. And the bankers don't like it at all. They don't like that. They don't like it one bit. So, what could the... Why did our government... Why did we build up that country? What were we looking to do? Because it is pretty much our country that built that place up to what it is now. Sure, now they sell all over the world, but we have only ourselves to blame, pretty much, for building that monster. And man, did we build a monster. Well, what were they looking to do? There has to be something more to it than what meets the eye. I can't see, on the outside, you can't see a rhyme or reason to it. There's one screw back there that, I think there's one screw back there that this one's too tall to get at. Too tall Jones. Any more time I use that word together, like too tall, I was thinking of that ball player. Wasn't he a basketball player? Too Tall Jones? Was that 9:30 seconds? Yeah. 9:30 seconds. Good luck. Good luck finding that 9:30 seconds. 11:30 seconds. Nah. I don't know math, so kind of screwed that way. I guess 11:30 seconds is bigger than 9:30 seconds. Kingdom, do you smoke weed? No, not at all. Never have. I'm just kind of a dunce. 7mm. Oh, whoa! Look at that. 7mm. I guess 7mm. 7mm works also. So does 9:30 seconds. Whatever. Okay, no. That. I think this is just an American problem. Having those two different sizes. Oh yeah, the mice are quite active in here. Oh, this is the other yard I go to. This place has suffered immense abuse from me. I mean, over the years, I have been going there for like 30 years, and oh, back in the day they were paying $215 a ton. When was that? When was that lovely day? Oh, wasn't really that long ago. $215 a ton. Back in June of 2018. No wonder I was going there. Clean aluminum copper. What were they paying? $1 a pound back then? Ooh, such a bargain. And aluminum shit and cast was 40 cents a pound. How much of that stuff was real, though? Yeah, I go there occasionally. You know, as an insanely abusive parent, you can't keep taking the paddle to the same child. You have to round robin it a bit. I've got 30 yards that I visit. I'll go from one for a while. I'll go steady with one place, and then, I'll get sick of their crap. Of course, they'll get sick of mine. And then I'll go to another place. And I'll go to another place. And I'll go to another place. No one place. Look. Alright, my best friend, when I was growing up, to this day, my best friend, I think that had something to do with my upbringing and the way that I think. My best friend and his, his relatives, his mom worked for the State Department, which is more like a CIA, okay? And when she became pregnant, I guess the mission was over, and she came back here to the States and took her family with. The grandparents, the parents, everybody came with. So it must have been quite the mission. All right, don't just follow me here. Okay. So if everybody came back here, the parents are Austrian, and my best friend is of Eastern European descent. So obviously it was a Cold War spy thing going on there of some sort. I never ask. Don't ask, don't tell. But the thing I'm getting at is, why do I go to like 30 different yards? Well, I think it's got something to do with my upbringing. I have no permanent friends. I have only permanent interests. And that's pretty much how this country works. There's no real permanent allies, except for maybe a couple. There's only permanent interests. And that would describe me. If you want to really know me, that's me. My permanent interest is survival. So, I know a lot of people have their favorite yard. Okay, we've got Mark S. over there in the Netherlands, and he has his favorite yard, which we don't have a yard like that. He's like, oh yeah, you can chat with the the workers and stuff, and everybody's really friendly. Well, most of these yards here in the States are kind of shitty, and you can't really get too chummy with anybody anyway. So it's helps to form that mentality of permanent interest, and that's to look out for yourself. Now, anybody claiming otherwise is high on life, right? And this is the type of work where I end up lazing out, okay? Like what I'm doing right now. You know, I get to the point where I'm like, come on, man, it's not getting done. And I end up breaking something just to speed the process up. Because I only want, my goal is I just want to be warm. Or at least warmed up. That's why you wouldn't want me working on your Rolls Royce, because I wouldn't do it right. Now, I looked at these videos 1,000 times, okay? Like about 3 or 4 different ones, over and over and over. And yep. I don't know. Yes, I just broke the bloody thing now. Kingdom, that's because you're not patient. Well, for God's sakes, you know. I don't got the rest of my life. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Well, then you wonder why things don't work for you. Well, not really a mystery. Now it's not going to work very well for you. Probably not. That's where duct tape comes in handy. Lord. Well, this is why I'm letting all my viewers in on my little world. This is why I don't and I cannot work for somebody. Oh, poor Kingdom. Because my work quality it's shit. That's because you don't know what you're doing. Well, for God's sakes, I watched 500 videos. I got a million watching hours, watching. And this is the end result of endless watching. Shit quality. This is pretty much why I'm a scrapper, because I have I don't know. I don't have patience for doing something and I'm trying to do it right. And I don't know. What do you think the problem is? This is where I'm lazy. You know, I'm like looking at this. Should I cut those lines and then put a rubber hoses and clamps on there, or what? I know that The video said that there was something like a clip up there that holds it in place up there, but if I could just snap that off, because I can't see the clip. So I think I'll just bust that off somehow if I can. I'm a scrapper, and I don't take it to bits, you know. I use a hammer. I'm primitive. I use a hammer and a chisel, and you know, I throw it at the ground, I stomp on it, and yeah, because I'm at a level of survival. Okay, like now somebody like Ian Matthews is not at a level of survival. He's got a real job, and yeah, being like this, I couldn't work for somebody, have a real job, and produce work like this. This is horrible. This was not supposed. Am I happy I broke it? No. I didn't have that problem when I replaced it on that truck right there. I replaced the heater core on that one. And that is the same setup as this. For some reason, yeah, I'm making a joke about it, but I'm kind of mad that I broke it. But what can I do? Well, a couple of things just learned here. There's a metal clip holding that up there, and this part right there is not supposed to come out. It's just supposed to drop down, like open up like a glove box. Like it's just supposed to open up like that. It's not supposed to come off. It's supposed to bend down, and then people will be like, "I thought you watched about 5,000 hours of it." Yeah, I did, but I guess I didn't notice the part where that don't sound good. That sounded. Oh, plus it's only about 17 degrees right now, so wow, look at all that crud. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. No, it was definitely leaking because the floor was flooding. God knows where the leak was at, though. Probably right there. But that's weird. It's damaged right there. I don't think the new one's got that gasket on it. Strange. Maybe it does, but maybe it doesn't. Yeah, plastic gets very brittle. Especially this hard, cheap plastic that they use in American cars for crash safety. Like, you know, if you get in a really bad wreck, you don't really want a metal spike going into you. You want the stuff to bust up. You want the plastic to bust up. You don't want your knee to bust. Or worse. So this kind of plastic shatters. Yeah, so apparently this is supposed to drop down like a drawer. See how it bends like that? That's just supposed to bend down like that. And this doofus just busted it. Isn't that lovely? I don't know if there's only a way of ghetto rigging this. You know what I mean? Just stream a couple of pipes in through the firewall and put a bloody heater right here on the floor and be done with it. Oh, this will be that little thing right there should be a joy to go and hook back up. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Well, let's go into the hoarder's den. All right. No, I don't mean all that. I mean, let's go into the hoarder's den. Look at these. I need to clean that up. You know, Tucker Upper goes, oh, I'm a hoarder. No, this is the real hoard life right here. Look at all those like old baseball card things that I found. Oh, there's the tape I was looking for. Oh, no, I don't want that. That's what happens when you hoard too much crap. What the heck is in here? Found these antique toys. Rock City. All plastic. That's pretty much me. I don't know. Look at the goofy cartooning. Like back in the day. I would guess that it's probably from the 50s. Oh yeah, this always drives me nuts. All the stuff that was made here in Chicago, like just about everything. Toys, candy, cars. Well, they still build cars here. Steel. Every last little thing that you can think of was made in Chicago. Way back in the day. Oh, I still have another taillight for my trucks, brand new, that I found. I found a pair. I already put to use one. Christmas wrapping paper. I found new, never used. All hoarded up. Oh, there's a mirror. I didn't know that mirror was there. This is a Chevy truck mirror. This is for the passenger side. Should just put this inside the car here. Save it from getting broken. One would think. Put it on the dashboard. Nope. It's a Honda, so the dashboard's round. Alright, here's something from the hoard life. When I was scrapping, I found this in a garbage can, and then the owner came out, the owner of the property, of the house. He's like, oh yeah, that'll fit a Chevy truck. It's got a receipt in there still. CarQuest. I never go there, I go to AutoZone. CarQuest, and there's an Advanced Auto Parts. How old is this? 2016. 2 years ago. $33 back then. Total 36 cents, so it was almost 40 bucks. The scrapper never wants, he just waits. No truer words ever spoken. It's in the bubble wrap and everything. Oh, there's a brand new clip too. I don't know if I'll need it. And just like I thought, it doesn't have the gasket on there. Got a clip. I don't know. I guess I don't really need it, do I? It says the pipes can swivel to match the original. Well, those ones are kind of straight on. They're kind of separated from each other a little bit. Don't want to tug on them too much, it'll start leaking, I guess. I already tugged on it a little bit. Guess which wasn't smart. Now figure if it leaks, right? Because I'm an idiot. I don't know, the other one had glue on it. This one doesn't. We're not looking for perfection. Well, we're looking to get it to work. Okay, it seems like I got that thing in there. Now for that now for that clip. I see that crack right there. I'll have to cover that with duct tape or something, because the hot air will escape down here and won't be wanting to go up to the defroster as much. So that's what that affects. Hoping that it works. So overall, I give myself a 0. For build quality. I should have taken it into account that it's so cold out. You know, 18 degrees. I mean, look at the car. It's got snow on it still. Oh wow, that's recent. That rubber boot right there. All kinds of things happen when you have well over 500,000 miles on a vehicle. Like, just weird things start happening that weren't supposed to happen. Sometimes just from, you know, wear and tear. And isn't there supposed to be a vacuum line on the bottom of this? I guess not. There was a stovepipe thing on there, which went from the exhaust manifold up to the air cleaner, but that disappeared. I think that affects the way this thing, like when it starts, it runs kind of a little bit crappy. I think it needs another distributor cap. It could be worn out too. Oh, if it has Titso wheels, you're going to have trouble with it. And that is definitely true. I have a wife and 2 daughters. And I have plenty of cars and trucks. Okay, so I did a bypass on this. I connected the hose from the radiator to that, so I gotta take that one goes in the bigger hole and that one goes in the smaller one. Can't remember. Okay, got that one. The toolbox always look like crap because I use it as a stool sometimes. Alright, getting that part on there. I had it jerry rigged with a piece of copper pipe, you know, from scrapping, of course. Oh, it's not holding up to my almost 300 pounds. It's trying to give way. Kingdom, you got so much. Yeah, okay. It's not convenient and handy though. And I got that connected. Really came in handy there. Now the toolbox is no worse for the wear. Put the air cleaner back on. When I was a little kid, taking the air cleaner off seemed like a really big thing, you know. For like my grandpa's car, I'd take the air cleaner off the old Pontiac that they had. I felt like, yeah, you know, a little kid, you know, 6, 7 years old. You really feel like you're dismantling something, mostly because it's such a big part. Well, that fuel, that fuse is for the fuel pump. Have it dangling like that on purpose. This has all been hacked into, and so I lost a bit of antifreeze when doing the job there. Not much. Down just a little bit. I'll top it off real quick. Actually, I'm not quite sure this is the right mixture for this car. That's the yellow stuff. Lifetime antifreeze. Or a bunch of shiznit. For all makes and models. I know there's a more quality way of doing it, I'm sure. My way of doing things doesn't even meet third world standards. Sure, I'm low on antifreeze brake fluid. Holy smokes, look at the mess I made. Who wants to live like that, King? Well, I have it running, and there's no water pouring out there yet. The idle is ridiculously high. Right there. I have a bottle with me. I usually keep a bottle of any antifreeze. Yeah, that too. Some brake fluid. Oh, there's one down there. That I had a spare bottle there. That's supposed to have water in it. All we can get. We shall tell.